All right, our next demo, we taped last week. We had the folks from Vibrating Controller. Sorry, distracting. We're going to take a look at Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations, and see what's new in the world of Naruto Punchy Kicky. All right, folks, joining me here in the studio from Namco Bandai Games, I have Jason Enos and Steven Chin. Gentlemen, welcome to the set, and you've brought some Naruto with you, as I understand.
Absolutely, thanks for having us. Yep, we've brought our latest game, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations, coming out next month.
All right, so set us up in a fight, and folks, get a look and see if you can spot your favorite character before this giant grid of characters goes away.
Yeah, some of these are unlocked, so a little bit of a spoil.
A little bit of a sneak peek. So now, like in previous Ultimate Ninja Storm games, you pick not only your primary character, but you pick support characters as well to back you up. And then you have some items as well in combat. Is the core combat system, what tweaks, if any, have you guys made to it for Generations?
There have actually been a couple of tweaks that they've made. Originally, in the first and the second Ultimate Ninja Storms, you had your substitution jutsu, which is basically a defensive move that you could use where you could substitute out of the way, and then you could basically counterattack quickly. We've actually pulled that away from using the chakra bar energy to its own separate bar, which allows you to do up to 4 times in a row, and then before it has to recharge. So that actually adds a huge element to the game, because before, if you had certain things going on, you could be very overpowered against another character because they were unable to get out of the way of attacks based off of not being able to block during a combo.
But now you've got a whole, the resource of chakra is not powering your power moves as well as your substitutions. Correct. Substitutions is separate, so it's something you can do more frequently.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily more frequently. You could do it a lot during the original one because it would use a small portion of your chakra bar, but once you're out of chakra, and now you won't be defenseless, pretty much.
Okay.
You have more options in order to get away as opposed to calling in your support characters.
Because once you get going in this game, Jason, you can really do a lot of damage in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, we were queuing it up earlier, and I think Steven had a close to a 53 hit combo, and took off quite a bit on the opponent. But one of the great things about the Naruto games is that compared to other fighting games, with the amount of characters that we have, if each character had like literally its own custom button presses, custom moves, how do you execute that? How do you execute that? It would be so daunting to try to even remember how to do that many characters times that many custom moves. So the general battle mechanics, is more casual in play. So it's very easy for you to go from character to character and jump in and be able to and start at least feeling like you're doing something.
You can be effective and you can pull off some flashy moves because you're familiar with the basic system.
Exactly.
All right, Steven, why don't we hop into another mode here so you see some other characters in action. And Jason, speaking of modes, we just saw a quick free battle versus fight. Right. What other general modes are we bringing to the table here with Generations?
I mean, for any fighting game, it's kind of standard to have, obviously a training mode. So anyone can jump in with these characters and just, kind of get more familiar. Here on that screen we just looked at, you could see a bunch of the separate storylines, which are in the single player mode. So, great variety of being able to follow different paths of the Naruto universe through your game progression. Okay. Here we've got the Killer V path, which anyone who knows Killer V, he's kind of a little bit of a crazy rapper character.
He's a fan of the Wu-Tang, I gather.
He definitely likes to throw it down. But in terms of replay value, being able to go through all these different separate, almost quests, if you will, of story it definitely adds to, just the sheer one-on-one fighting, type gameplay.
And you've got, this looks like it could be snipped from the anime itself. you were saying earlier, have a bunch of new anime artwork and cutscenes in the game?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Over an hour's worth of entirely new anime footage was made just for the game, and it's actually made same folks that bring you the real anime, in the series. So, we've always strived to have really authenticity to the Naruto brand in the game, but this is a lot of new content, new storylines. Not new storylines in the sense that it's completely diverting from the Naruto universe, but it's new for first time in the game and first time seen, pretty much anywhere.
Very cool. So even folks who have watched like a really huge amount of Naruto will be able to see something new in here.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing something familiar, the streets of Hidden Leaf Village being the big battleground here. So we talked about a scenario mode and just sort of a free battle mode.
Yeah.
The scenario mode is sort of going on those story pathways, those little vignettes, those quick adventures with the various folks. So are you fighting as Killer Bee right now?
Yeah, I'm Killer Bee, going through his life story mode. It's actually not incorporated into the actual stories. We have 11 stories total. Which have the overlapping stories of other characters and stuff like that. Like we have Zabuza and Haku, and then there's a Naruto one for young Naruto, old Naruto, Sasuke, Madara, who's one of the big characters now in the series, and even Naruto's father, Minato, who is another character who doesn't show up a lot, but he is kind of a large section of it, and those all overlap.
Well, Jason, Steven, thanks for coming in and showing off Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. Is there anything else you want to mention before we round it out here? Besides, when is this game coming out?
Yeah, no, I know. Definitely. It's coming out March 13th, right around the corner for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. I think for Naruto fans, this, especially anyone who's been following the Storm series, this is by far the most comprehensive one to date. Anyone who, especially Xbox 360 owners, again,
sure.
Not ever having the ability to play any of the original Storm 1 characters, now you can get that in this game. The new anime footage, the online modes, tons of characters. It's all about the characters and the new storylines. There's a lot. I mean, there's absolutely a lot for the fans. I mean, Steven, anything on your end that you would think?
Just watch out for Pig Salamander?
Yeah, see Pig Salamander online. Might be me. Watch out.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. And folks, this concludes your look at Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations.